Hi everyone. We had two, I would say, a bit disappointing matches yesterday. Both one-sided encounters. First between Mumbai Indians and Rajasthan Royals, and then we had KKR versus Delhi Capitals. The first Mumbai Indians and Rajasthan Royals. Rajasthan Royals lost the toss rather, and batted first on the Delhi pitch. It is a flat pitch, good pitch for batting. They started off pretty well. Butler and Jaiswal played very attacking, aggressive. They looked good. Butler was striking the ball beautifully. He had a very inconsistent tournament up to this point. He was striking the ball very well till he got out at 41 against the run of play. Jaiswal was hitting the ball over the infield. He was hitting good pull shots, some good shots on the offside. He looked good, but then just when he was trying to take the game to the second gear, he got out. Just a leading edge of a try to leg side flick of Rahul Chahar. And then, of course, we had a bit of a slowdown. Samson, of course, played well. He was anchoring the innings. He was not going to play aggressive shots consistently. He was trying to anchor the innings. But at the same time, he was hitting the ball in the gaps and got a very fluent 42 of 27 balls, but then he couldn't quite get into the next gear, as well as Shivam Dube. And I think Shivam Dube's innings 5 of 31 balls was the one which lost Rajasthan the game, I would say. Shivam Dube is a good young player, but then he got the ability to hit long sixes, big shots. But yesterday it was just a runner ball innings from him. When thrust was needed, that was missing, and I don't understand Rajasthan Royals' logic to hold back David Miller till the back end when they had got a very good start. Miller should have come in for Samson once Yashasvi Jaiswal got out, because that partnership would have helped, because Miller has got a good striking power, and that would have helped Rajasthan Royals to take the score to 190 around 200, because 170 on this pitch was pretty under par. For Mumbai Indians, Jasprit Bumrah was brilliant. I mean, 4 overs 15 runs, 1 wicket against a good batting lineup. And once again Trent bowled well. He bowled Samson with the great yorker. Rahul Chahar has showed that he's pretty much in line for selection when the World Cup T20 World Cup is happening. Very good bowling once again. He looks the best leg spinner in this IPL 2021. When Mumbai batted, Quinton de Kock came into form. There were talks about Lynn should be replacing de Kock or not. In fact, even I also acknowledged in my previous video that Lynn should come now in place of de Kock, who is not striking the ball well. But yesterday, de Kock on a better batting pitch, de Kock really played well. I mean, he timed the ball beautifully. He was not forcing the shots. He was just playing with his timing. He was just waiting for the ball and using his timing to play the shots, and that's the way de Kock plays better rather than forcing shots. So very fine innings of 70 not out, which carried the Mumbai through throughout the innings. Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav had small innings, small contribution of 14 and 16 respectively, but Kunal Pandya played very well for 39 runs, came back, got some runs for the first time in this IPL. And at the end, when after Kunal got out, Karan Pollard with few long huge blows, he finished off the match with 16 runs. And Quinton de Kock 70 not out, man of the match. Rajasthan Royals bowling once again not adequate. Morris got 2 wickets, but he leaked runs. The others never really looked penetrative at all. I think that is a bowling which Rajasthan Royals should be worried about more. Now for the next match, KKR and Delhi Capitals, which was potentially the more would have been the more closer match of the two, but it turned out to be the more one-sided match of the two. Unfortunately, KKR once again lot of captaincy issues, lot of surprise decisions. I can't understand. Shubman Gill has been struggling in the opening. Why are they not playing Gill at number 3 and try to give him the anchor's role? I just can't make out. It's beyond me. Also, adding to the fact, salt to wounds was Nitish Rana and Rahul Tripathi not continuing after getting a good start. Just 17s and 18s and not going to win cricket matches. Nitish Rana has just fallen from his high scores in the first couple of matches, and Rahul Tripathi is a bit inconsistent. He doesn't get those big scores which can create an impact. I mean, Really a lot of issue in the KKR top order. And then Subman Gill, another 43 runs of 38 balls is just doesn't help the team's cause. Even Morgan, after a good 47 in the last match, went out second ball, lofting a straight shot right into the fielder's hands. I don't know, the England captain, he's not quite watching the field while he's batting, what he's doing. Then comes Mr. Sunil Narayan, another failure with bat, with ball. I don't know. I mean, what Lockie Ferguson is doing in that bench, KKR bench, is he not good enough for playing in IPL? Such a good fast bowler that would have helped the KKR bowling rather than Sunil Narayan, who is not delivering at all. Then we have Andre Russell. Russell finally yesterday played a good innings, while with Shubman Gill was trying to consolidate the innings at one end. Russell was really going for the big shots. He played some real lofted, huge hits for six, as he normally does, over mid wicket, over straight over the bowler's head. And he scored 45 or 27 balls, and only his innings managed to take KKR to 154. Otherwise, they would have finished well below 130. The way they were batting, it was exclusively Russell's credit that KKR got to 154. That was a very inadequate score on this Ahmedabad pitch in the second half of the innings. In the second half of the match, under lights, when Delhi was going to bat and with a strong batting lineup, and once again falters by the KKR captain. I don't know what Evan Morgan was thinking by bringing in Shivam Mavi. Australian fast bowlers really had Prithvi Shaw worked over in Australia, and you had one Australian, one of the best test bowlers in the world cricket at the moment, Pat Cummins, in your team. And why don't you try Pat Cummins in the first over itself against Prithvi Shaw? It's beyond my belief, it's beyond my comprehension. Instead, they brought in Shivam Mavi, and Shaw just thrashed him for 6 consecutive fours. Brilliant batting by Shaw, in fact. I'm not saying that if Pat Cummins had bowled the first over, the match would have changed. No. But then you should go with your best bowler against the best attacking batsman in the opposition. But that was not done. Prithvi Shaw made merry against Mavi, and that one over totally changed, means not changed, I mean, totally put Delhi in the driver's seat, and from there they had no chance. I mean, there was no way that they are going to lose that match, because Shaw carried on from there. He scored 82 or 41 balls. Shikhar Dhawan played another fine innings of 46. He was playing second fiddle to Shaw, was hitting the ball beautifully, and together they put on I think 132 odd runs for the first wicket, and that in 13 overs totally sealed the match. And when Dhawan got out, Rishabh Pant came out with the obvious intention to up the net run rate, because this was a match which was very well within control, and the win was within the grips. So they just needed to up the net run rate and finish it off. The match got finished off in, I think, the 17th over. Rishabh Pant got 16 runs, and after Shaw got out, Marcus Stoinis came in and finished off the match. So that's how the match went. KKR winning, Delhi Capitals winning by, I wish I would have said KKR winning, but Delhi Capitals winning by 7 wickets. KKR once again a lot of work to do. Now they are really at the back end of the league table. They are now really, it's a struggle from them from here. I don't see them really qualifying for playoffs. It's a real hard, long struggle from here. They are just not gelling as a team. Lot of tactical indecisions, lot of captaincy mistakes, and I don't see KKR really recovering from here. So Delhi Capitals once again 2 more points, and they are really in the driving seat. So now we just quickly discuss the match between between Royal Challengers Bengaluru and Punjab Kings that is going to be held today. Punjab Kings badly needs a win, and a big one at that, to get themselves up and running, because it's around this time last year, around this stage of the tournament phase in the last season, that they started to make a comeback. This should be their match when they really need to beat Royal Challengers Bengaluru. They have done well against Royal Challengers Bengaluru historically, so I think no reason why they cannot beat them. They have got certain issues with their batting as well as with their bowling. The batting, I think they really is high time to take David Malan in the 11 to replace Nicholas Puran, who is badly out of runs. And in the bowling, maybe they can bring in the wicket-taking option of Jai Richardson, being with Ahmedabad pitch being a very good batting pitch. They should bring in Jai Richardson maybe instead of Chris Jordan. There is Moses Henrys also. Let's see what they does, but I think they should play with the wicket-taking bowler on this pitch, Punjab Kings. So they really need to pull up their socks and win this match, because if they lose this one, then they are pretty much out of this IPL 2021. As for RCB, nothing much needs to be changed. They are playing well. Just one brilliant Ravindra Jadeja match lost them the only one match they have lost so far in this championship. Otherwise, they have been playing wonderfully well. The batting is clicking. AB de Villiers batting at number 5 has worked wonderfully for them, because de Villiers is carrying the slog overs for RCB, and in bowling Harshal Patel has made a huge difference with 17 wickets, a pink cap holder, as well as Mohammad Siraj, who is giving very crucial breakthroughs. So RCB favourites here, but Punjab Kings need to win this one. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and give comments on my channel. Thanks.